The last train to Ashbury Station was always empty. People avoided it. Not because of crime, not because of accidents, but because of the story. They said every Friday night, exactly at 12:13 a.m., the train stopped inside Tunnel 13, and someone who wasn't human entered the last compartment. Most people laughed at the legend, until Daniel Carter experienced it himself. Daniel was a 26-year-old video editor living alone in New York City. One rainy Friday night, after working overtime, he rushed into the subway station just before the doors closed. The station was strangely quiet. No music, no announcements, only the sound of rain dripping from the ceiling. The digital clock above the platform blinked 12:07 a.m. Daniel stepped into the last compartment of the train and sat near the window. Only 3 other passengers were inside. An old man sleeping in the corner, a woman wearing headphones, and a little girl holding a teddy bear. The doors closed. The train moved. At first, everything felt normal. But after a few minutes, the lights flickered once, then again. The little girl slowly looked toward Daniel. "You shouldn't be here tonight," she whispered. Daniel smiled awkwardly. "What?" Before she could answer, her mother suddenly grabbed her arm tightly. "Don't talk to strangers." The girl looked terrified now. Not of Daniel, of something else. The train entered Tunnel 13. Instantly, every light went out. Darkness swallowed the compartment. People gasped. Then came a loud metallic screech. The train stopped, completely silent. Daniel pulled out his phone flashlight. No signal, no internet, nothing. Then the speakers crackled. A distorted voice whispered, "Doors opening." The compartment doors slowly slid apart, but outside wasn't another train station. It was complete darkness. Cold air rushed inside. Daniel frowned. This isn't right. Then he heard footsteps, slow, dragging, coming from the tunnel. Step, drag, step, drag. The old man in the corner suddenly woke up. His eyes widened with terror. Oh no, not again. Daniel looked at him. What's happening? The old man whispered shakily, "Don't look at its face." The footsteps came closer, closer. Then a tall figure appeared in the doorway. It was wearing a subway conductor's uniform from the 1940s. Its body looked burned, its skin blackened like charcoal, and its eyes completely white. The creature slowly entered the compartment. Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. The monster tilted its head unnaturally. Then it spoke in a broken voice. "Tickets, please." The woman with headphones started crying silently. Daniel's heart pounded violently. The creature walked past each passenger slowly. Step, drag, step, drag. It stopped in front of the old man first. "Ticket." The old man quickly handed over his subway pass with trembling hands. The creature stared at it for several seconds, then moved away. Next, it stopped in front of the woman. She handed over her ticket immediately. Again, the creature moved on. Now, it stood in front of Daniel. His blood turned cold because he realized something horrifying. He had lost his ticket earlier that night. The creature stretched out its burned hand. "Ticket." Daniel forced a nervous laugh. I think I dropped it." Silence. The creature didn't move. Then its mouth slowly widened into a horrifying smile. "No ticket."
The lights flickered violently. The entire train shook. The little girl buried her face into her mother's chest. The old man whispered, "Run." Suddenly, the creature screamed so loudly the train windows cracked instantly. Daniel jumped up and sprinted toward the next compartment. Behind him, the monster let out a terrifying roar. The emergency lights flashed red. Daniel ran through empty compartments desperately. But every door led back to the same place. The same compartment. The same passengers. The same creature waiting for him. No, this isn't possible. The monster pointed toward the dark tunnel outside. "Come with me." Daniel backed away slowly. Then the old man stood up. "You can't take him." The creature turned its head sharply. The old man pulled a silver cross from his pocket. For 1 second, the creature hissed angrily. Smoke rose from its burned skin. "Leave." The train lights exploded overhead. Glass rained everywhere. The creature screamed with rage and lunged toward the old man. Daniel grabbed the little girl and her mother. "Move!" They ran toward the front compartment together. Behind them, the old man's screams echoed through the train. Then silence. The train suddenly started moving again. Faster. Faster. Much faster than before. The windows showed nothing outside except darkness. The speaker crackled again. "Next stop, Ashbury Station." But the voice sounded wrong now. Not human. Daniel looked behind him. The burned conductor stood at the far end of the compartment, watching them, smiling. The train finally screeched into the station. The doors opened instantly. Daniel, the woman, and the little girl ran outside without looking back. The train door slammed shut, and the subway disappeared into the darkness. Gone. Police arrived minutes later. Daniel tried explaining everything, but nobody believed him. Until one officer quietly asked, "Did the conductor ask for your ticket?" Daniel froze. The officer looked pale. "That train crashed in Tunnel 13 in 1948, he whispered. "No survivors were ever found." Daniel's hands trembled. "Then what did I see?" The officer looked toward the dark tunnel entrance and replied softly, "The conductor still finishes his route every Friday night." At that exact moment, a distant voice echoed from deep inside the tunnel. "Tickets, please?" The end.